Not every day in court is about punishment. Sometimes it's about protection. In this emotional hearing, Judge Fleischer has an 18-year-old standing before him, ready to take a plea deal just to get it over with. But what she doesn't see is what he immediately does. This deal could derail her entire future. And so, Judge Fleischer does something rare. He says no, not to punish her, but to give her a second chance.
Judge, I have a plea, last name Bowles.
Okay. Do you mind bringing them up? Why are we doing this?
That looks better.
This sucks. You just want to end up with a conviction on your record? Is that what you want to do?
She bomb prohibited for almost 2 years.
Your Honor, yes, there was a PTI offer. She got bombed for me.
How many times?
It was for over a year. She got picked up on a traffic stop. I believe it was January of 23.
You said what I'm doing with my life?
Yeah.
I got a job. I'm gonna go back to school.
Baloney. Kiss it all goodbye. Not with a conviction, not with an evading conviction. You might as well just quit everything.
Right here, Judge Fleischer isn't just acting like a judge, he's speaking like someone who actually cares. He knows that 18-year-olds don't always see the long-term picture, so he's stepping in with the wisdom and experience she's missing. This is real-world mentorship from the bench.
When you end up with conviction on your record, you continually hose yourself. Not only that, this is the one that's an enhanceable offense, meaning you pick up another one of these cases, you'll be charged with a felony offense for the rest of your life. I'm not taking.
This moment is powerful and rare. A lot of judges would have just processed the plea and moved on. But Fleischer knows that this charge isn't just a technicality, it's an enhanceable offense, and he's not willing to let this young woman sleepwalk into a lifetime of consequences. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like the content.
No. How old are you? I'm not doing it. No. Shoot, ruin her life at 18? I'm not gonna do it.
What's the alternative?
I don't know. I'm big.
Oliver.
You know, sometimes we have to save people from themselves because you're your own worst enemy. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
What do you want to do with the rest of your life?
You said what?
It's your life. You have your whole life ahead of you. And, you know, you're going nowhere fast. You've failed to appear here at least three.
It was twice in the original.
They shouldn't try to keep it on.
I can't hear you say it again.
They shouldn't try to keep it on.
Probation's not going to keep it off the record, and they didn't offer a deferred.
Would you still? Would you still?
Based on the court saying,
What about this? The other one.
Judge, I just don't feel comfortable with the PTI. We offered that. She took off after we offered a PTI. I just don't feel comfortable with the PTI.
You know, the thing is that you had this great offer, like when you first got here, where had you done like a rinky-dink class, maybe just a tiny bit of community service, they would have dismissed the case. But you've been gone for again a year. You've taken off multiple times, and it's like we have to beg you to get a dismissal on this case. Do you see something wrong with that?
I didn't have to beg you to come. I had to be in court twice. The first one, I didn't have to appear for court. It was raining that day. I don't know. Past that, I didn't know I had a warrant. Since then, I've been having a job. I graduated high school. I've been having a job for all these for the year and a half I've been here. I haven't gotten in no trouble. Yes, I'm still working. I have a full-time job. I just got off of work 7:30 today.
See what else can you do? You know, I'm willing to give you as much time as you need, Eric.
I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her.
But I don't want you to fail now at 18 and hurt yourself worse than you are. It's really hard living in today's society as a minority. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're killing yourself. You know, when people see these, when you try to get a job, you try to get a loan, you try to get an apartment, they're going to use this against you all day. And it's not going to help. I'm willing to give you as much time as you need. I don't want to hold it against you now that you've been gone. I'm willing to give you time. Talk about it with Eric, see what we can do. But you need to think about your future because you only get one shot at life. You don't get multiple times. We all make mistakes. I get it. The idea is that you learn from this now so it doesn't continue to happen. You and I have had this conversation now. So if it happens again where you take off, because I'm going to notate everything we're talking about, you take off on me again, and you start acting or doing crazy stuff out there, I will have absolutely no sympathy for you. But I'm trying to reach out to you now so you don't ruin what you have left. This life is about one thing. It's about money. And if you have it, it's a great life. And you get that with knowledge, with education. If you don't have money, this life sucks. Trust me. You understand? Take your time.
Speak for himself. But we have come to a tentative agreement.
I think at the minimum, defer is,
For Thanksgiving.
or unless you want to do something else. What are you thinking, Stinking?
Can we get one reset to see if she shows up? I will reconsider now on PTI.
Can you mark it so that, okay.
I watched it.
Come up, ma'am. Are you mom?
Yes.
Come on up. Thank you so much for coming. They need a little bit of time to think about whether they're going to re-offer the intervention program for her. It's a great deal where you do just a little bit of work, the case gets dismissed, doesn't go on your record. They want a little bit of time to make sure that she's going to come back, she's going to take it seriously. If she does, they're going to reconsider the offer. How much time do you guys want? You tell me. How much? Done. Okay, we're going to set this off for 2 weeks. I don't want you to use alcohol. I don't want you to use drugs. I don't want you to be in possession of any weapons. I just want you to work and be productive. And if you do, and if you show up to court, good things happen. Do you understand? I'm not asking for much. All right, so let's set off 2 weeks. We'll have you come back and then hopefully, all right?
In this courtroom, Judge Fleischer made a choice: protect the future, not just prosecute the present. By refusing to rubber stamp a bad deal, he reminded us all that justice isn't always about punishment. Sometimes it's about patience, guidance, and making sure young people don't become permanent victims of their own mistakes. Thanks for watching. If you believe the justice system should lift people up, not lock them into failure, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Because sometimes, a second chance is the fairest verdict of all.